Hello, friends. Welcome back to Ask a Friend series in the Simplified Parenting and Emotionally Healthy Child podcast show. And I'm your host, Suhasini from Mommy Store Musings. Today, let's discuss another important and most ignored trait exhibited by kids. In fact, this problem gets onto the nerves of the parents, and as a result, sometimes the child might get a slap or two, either physically or verbally. By now, I think you don't understand a little bit about what is the problem that I'm going to discuss. Yes, my dear friends, it's none other than whining. We as parents, most of us agree that kids whine a lot, especially the toddlers and the preteens. You know why? Um, you all agree that whine in the continuous whining of the kids gets onto our nerves and irritates us. Even after providing everything to our kids, sometimes these kids start whining and they get into the continuous whining mode. So you must be wondering why this child of mine cannot speak even in a normal voice. What did I do wrong? I also totally agree with you because even whenever my boy uses that tone continuously, I totally get irritated and it gets onto my nerves. But I understand that there is an underlying need for my boy at that point of time for connection or for the reinforcement of love from my end. And it's not about the unmet needs like buying a toy or staying in that situation or taking an additional round around the park and stuff like that. As per child psychology experts, the kids whine to get our attention. That's because they don't know how to get our attention. When were infants, we met all their needs whenever they cried. Isn't it? Don't you remember those days? So that got imprinted in their minds and they resort to whining to grab our attention. We have to agree that we parents are the most busiest creatures in the world. We juggle so many tasks, so giving undistracted time and attention to our children and pampering them with love goes to the bottom of our list. Though we don't want to do that intentionally, sometimes it happens due to the misplaced priorities or lack of time. What do you say, my dear friends? So, the underlying reasons for the continuous whining of kids are basically the following. One is the validation that we are there to hear and understand their feelings. Second point, the connection that we as the parents are there to love them for whatever they are, not for what we want them to be. Regulating emotions, they don't know how to regulate their emotions, so they need our help in regulating their emotions in a positive manner. And lastly, some minor correction here or there depending on the situation or the need of the child at that particular moment. So once we understand what are those real reasons about from the all the four I have mentioned above, why the kids whine, then it's easier for us to look at the remedial actions from our end. Before even whining gets snowballed and gets onto our nerves, we need to stay calm and composed and try to look at deeper as to why the child is whining at that moment. What are their unmet needs? Then we need to validate their feelings in a calm and composed manner. Like say, "Huh, beta, I understand that you are really upset with the situation. Can we talk how to correct it, or what can we do? We understand you're upset, so let us get going. But there is no other choice. Something like that." But if we try to reason with them at that point of time when they're whining, they will not, they'll get into the loop of continuous whining and the discussion gets prolonged and it gets onto your nerves. We need to understand, we need to only tell them that we are there in that upsetting moment along with them to help them out, come out of that upsetting mood. But obviously, some there will be some strong-willed children who will not, who doesn't want to come out of a tricky situation, but want to hang on to it and keep continuing this whining trend because they feel that. I mean, they don't want to take help from the parents, but at the same time, they are not really incapable of handling the situation on their own. But just because they're really strong-willed, they don't want to take the help of us. It's honestly the very same case with my child. He doesn't want anybody to help him, but at the same time he doesn't know how to come out of it. So he's if he's stuck in a single moment, he'll be stuck there for quite some time. So the only best way to do at that point of time, best solution at that point of time, is that just keep yourself calm. Silent treatment. You know, that you are there for him, and he understands that you are there for him, but be present physically without any verbal communication. Slowly, after some time, he'll get out of that whining mood automatically, because he doesn't like silence, isn't it? Simple solution. We, even in case if that is not going to happen, as a last resort, we give him a final warning saying, like, in case if he wants to whine or creep or sit in silence for a long time, let him do it on his own. But we are there with him, and we will always be there to help him out. So definitely he'll try to come out of it pretty fast, because this final warning kind of rings a bell in his mind. So I hope you liked today's topic. Please do share your comments and views, and I'm waiting for your comments or further questions. And if you like these episodes, please share it across your friends and family circle, and subscribe to my podcast show, because your words are truly motivating for me to do come up with more interesting topics like this. Tata, bye bye. Till then, I'll come up with another interesting episode next week. I mean, not next week, this Friday. So going forward, friends, these podcast shows will be released on every Tuesday and on Friday. I hope you understand that. Take care. Bye bye.